be shy. Okay, so my granny would like me to tell you to please silence your cell phones during the show, and the baker in town made some really wonderful sweets, so I really hope you enjoy them during intermission.
And in case there's an emergency, there are exits there and there. But if you have to go to the bathroom during the show, please use the back exit because these doors are very distracting. And if you are feeling very generous, the whole cast would appreciate a donation to the arts department.
Oh, we're so excited.
Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
with young maiden
more than life,
sad young lad,
more than jewels,
I wish
and a childless baker,
more than life,
I wish
with
more
his
than
wife,
anything,
more than the moon,
I wish
the king is giving a festival.
more than life,
I wish to go to the festival.
more than riches.
And the ball,
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
more than anything.
I wish we had a
Please,
child.
pal.
I want a child.
Please, pal.
I wish to go to the
I wish
festival.
you'd give us some milk.
we might have a child.
I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella,
What,
the
you
festival?
Cinderella, the
You wish to go to the festival, the king's festival?
And her father had taken for his new wife,
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails,
Look at your dress.
people would laugh at you nevertheless. You still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince. Ha, 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 ha.
All 3 are beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart.
Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish,
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow would give some milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with the cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she! How many times must I tell you only she's can give milk? Why, come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I've emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have them picked out in 2 hours' time, you may go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4
Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves, and the leaves in the fields, and the castles and ponds.
and a few of those
Come, little birds, down from the leaves and the fields and the trees and the castle and ponds.
No squeeze, pal.
Quick little birds, flick through the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
Mother, no! He's the best cow!
Was! She's been dry for a week.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her! There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump. But, son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I feel you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to Grandmother's house.
to grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way.
The way is clear. The light
Don't
is
stray and be
bright.
late.
I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are
And
just
save
trees.
some of those
The
trees
trees
for
are just
Granny.
wood.
I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket? Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods, but who can tell what's waiting on the journey? Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny, who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. But into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, to grandmother's house and home before dark.
Back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the
Hurry up
fields
and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
Here I found a little tear, Cinderella. Can you hide me with a hat? You look beautiful.
I know. Put it in a twist.
Mother said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good Cinderella. Nice, good, good, nice.
Tighter.
What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. Kind, good, nice.
Not that tight.
Sorry.
Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident,
Well, at least that's what he believed.
he was eager to start a family of his own and was very concerned that all his efforts until now had failed.
It's the witch from next door.
The old enchantress proceeded to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens and nothing but greens. Parsley, pepper, cabbage and celery, asparagus and watercress and fiddle friends and lettuce. He said, all right. But it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned to a dog or a stone or a chair or a But I let him have the rampion. I'd lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No. But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had hidden in his pocket? You see, when I had inherited that garden, my mother had warned me I was to be punished if I were to ever lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and bang, crash in the lightning flash. Well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, alas, the big day came. I made my claim. Oh, no, take away the baby. They shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I hid her where she'd never be reached. Your father cried, and your mother died, and for extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said sorry. I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on them. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one.
Oh.
So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I'll tell king and queen. Never, never, never mess around with my greens, especially the beans.
Now listen to me, Jack. Lead Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can. Are you listening to me? Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older, your father's not back, and you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now, we have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow, I must begin my journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay, we have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained to the baker how he might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1. The cow as white as milk. 2. The cape as red as blood. 3. The hair as yellow as corn. 4. The slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these by the chime of midnight in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ladies, our carriage waits. Now may I go to the festival?
The festival?
Drawing with nails, drawing with clothes, lentils are one thing, but drawing with those who make us the fools of the festival and mortify the prince. I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
Beans? Which is beans? We'll take them with us.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell.
No,
The spell is
the
on
spell
my
is on
house.
our house. We must
No, you
lift
are not
the
becoming
spell
that
together.
final.
The spell is on our house.
Now what am I to return with?
You don't remember. The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk. The
And
cake
so
is
the
red
baker
as blood, the
reluctantly
hair is
set off to
corn,
meet the
slipper is
enchantress's
pure as
demands.
As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival.
But
how am I ever to get to the festival? I know I'll visit Mother's place, the grave, the hazel tree, and tell her I just want to go to the king's festival.
To the woods, it's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know. To the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. To the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell? To the woods to lift the spell.
To the woods to visit Mother.
To the woods to fetch the thing.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival, into the woods without regret. The choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how, the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
To the woods to get the money.
To the woods to fetch the thing.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there, there's something in the glade there. Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king,
Sell the cow.
To make the
to
potion.
see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods, and home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch, the grave of her mother. She visited there so often, wept so much that her tears watered it, so it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How do you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious, but when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again?
On your way to market, you might have been there hours ago, taking your time, Jack.
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, you see, sir, now I'm resting.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds, sir.
Oh, now, Jack, why such a sum?
Well, my mother told me.
Your mother, a boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
Well, Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother has something good to make her strong.
Where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league that way. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Oh, look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
Just so, little girl. Many paths, the birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Oh, to perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
Follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, many paths, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when your tongue do your meal.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello.
Is harm to come to that little girl? In the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
I would if I could, but Ah, my Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need! Get me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never find a red cape, nor a golden cow, nor a yellow slipper. Or was it a yellow cow in a golden slipper?
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood.
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the woods. And you have no idea what I've come upon here. You'd be frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house.
The cow is white as milk.
Hello there, young lad.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
Well, you see, sir, I was on my way to market, but I seem to have lost my way.
What are you planning to do there?
And what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Where am I to get 5 pounds?
5 pounds? She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the sum total.
Beans? Oh, no. We mustn't give up our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
Huh?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Magic that defies description.
My mother would be...
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We can't part with all of them. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again, and I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Magic beans. We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for this creature. We did him a favor. At least he'll have some food.
5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain, or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's crying.
If the thing you do is pure in intent, if it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker set off in search of the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her in the doorless tower deep within the forest. And when the old enchantress decided to pay a visit, she called forth
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel. What a strange name. Strange, but beautiful, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I shall stand beneath her tower and ask her to let her hair down to me.
Hello there, little one.
Oh, hello.
Do you save some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all of the sweets and half the loaf of bread.
What a beautiful cape you have. I do admire it.
Oh, my granny made it for me.
Is that so? I would love a red cape just like this.
Well, you'd look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
Yes, but I really don't like to be without my cape for too long. Sir, please give me back my cape.
But I need it badly.
But it's mine. Please give it. Please. Give me back my cape. It's my cape. Give it back to me. Give it back. Please give it back to me.
I just wanted to make sure that you really loved this cape. Now you go to your granny's, and you be careful that no wolf comes your way.
Oh, I'd rather wolf than you any day.
After some consideration, the baker mustered newfound determination and set off after the red cape.
As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's door wide open.
Oh dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it was all the sweets? Oh, hello, grandmother. Why, grandmother, you're looking very strange. What large ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
Grandmother, what large eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Grandmother, what large hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my
Oh, grandmother, what a big, terrible wet mouth you have.
Eat you with.
And scarcely had the wolf said this, he had devoured the little girl.
Well, it was a full day of eating for both.
And, with his appetite appeased, the wolf decided to take it to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd, where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother, ha! I know! I will get the red cape from within your stomach.
Oh, how dark and dank it was inside that wolf. Ew.
Kill them! Take that egg cut his evil head off, or it's like demon sliced into 1,000 bits. Better yet, let the animal try a painful, agonizing, hideous death.
Granny!
Quiet, child. This evil must be destroyed. Fetch me some great stones. We'll fill his belly with them and watch him try and run away.
I will leave you to your task then.
Don't you want the skins?
No, you can keep them.
What kind of hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bare, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. When he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone sets us free, and we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Never put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Mr. Baker, you saved our lives here, thank you.
Are you certain?
Yes?
Maybe Granny will make me another one with the skins of that king.
Thank you.
And so the baker, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only a dolt would exchange a cow for beans.
Mother, no!
To bed without supper for you.
they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you alright, miss?
Oh, yes. I just need to catch my breath.
Oh, what a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Aren't you the lucky one? Whatever are you doing in the woods at this hour?
Where did she go?
I do not know, sir.
See her over there!
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before.
Thank you.
If a prince were looking for me, I certainly would not hide.
Well, what brings you into the wood at this hour? And with a cow?
Oh, my husband's off in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh?
Oh, yes. Now, the prince. What was he like?
He's a very nice prince.
And
it's a very nice ball.
And
when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince?
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes, and
it made a nice change.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Yes.
I don't meet a wide range, and it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve?
Perhaps?
Perhaps. To be pursued by a prince, all that pursues me is tomorrow's bread.
Will you look over there?
What I want to give to
An
be in your
enormous
shoes.
signboard next to that little cottage.
I mean, slippers.
Looks like a giant
As
beanstalk.
pure as gold.
I must get home.
I must have your shoes. Oh. Where did she go? Oh no, Milky White, come back.
One midnight gone.
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you must wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed? Agreed.
Never wear mauve at a ball.
Pink. Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Malted spoons that hold much soup.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
One midnight gone.
Assurance is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
One midnight gone.
Sometimes the things you must wish for.
One midnight gone. One midnight gone.
Agreed.
One midnight gone, one midnight gone. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the little you know of it. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare cause you don't care, when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky Only just when you made a friend and all, and you know she's big but you don't feel small, so when bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known and the world you've left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. But you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Good fortune, sir. Look what I have here. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
Where is my Milky White?
Milky White is at home with my wife.
Let's go get them.
Wait! I do not know that I wish to sell.
Are you saying that you wish more money?
More money is always...
Keep this. I'll go fetch more.
Wait, I didn't say... Oh. 5 gold pieces. With this money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
Could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious, but when explained, I am nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces, 10, 20?
I've never thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. You've not thought of many things, have you, son?
Hey, that's not yours!
Nor is it Jack's. The money's not what's important. What's important is that your wish be honored.
Wait! Come back! Oh. What are you doing here now?
I see you've the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night.
I should have known better than to have entrusted her with you.
She might just as easily have run away from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
Who cares? The cow is gone. Get it back. Get it back!
We were just going to go do that. Here, I can give you this.
Don't give me that! I don't want to touch that fool. Have you no sense? My sweetness calls. By tomorrow's midnight, deliver me those items, or you'll wish you'd never thought to have a child!
Okay.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now please, go back to the village. Go.
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you had gone.
I've been searching all night for her.
Her?
The beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Where did she go?
Disappeared like the fine morning mist.
Ah, she was lovely.
The loveliest.
I am not certain of that. I must confess I, too, have found a lovely maiden. She lives here in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, in the top of a tall tower that has no door or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond the Massino.
And how do you manage a visit?
I stand beneath her tower, and I say,
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Down your hair to me!
and then she lowers the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Ha! Rapunzel? Rapunzel? What kind of name is that? You jest! I've never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She is as true as your maiden. A maiden? Running from a prince? None would run from us.
Yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, an heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony, misery. Whoa, though it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach.
Agony that can cut like a knife.
I must have her to
Two princes, each more handsome than the next. No, get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman. Have you encountered a boy with carrot-top hair and sunny, though occasionally vague disposition answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one partial to a white cow.
He's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
I have no children.
That's okay too.
Yes? Well, I have not seen your son today.
I hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I say. Jack! Jack!
Moo! Moo! Psst.
What are you doing?
I am here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I am here to see that your wish is granted.
You've caused enough trouble. Stay out of my path.
I hope there are no witches to encounter. Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Is that too, my prince?
Yes. Excuse me for this. You do take plenty of spills, don't you?
Oh, hello. It's these slippers. They're really not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either.
I'd say these slippers were as pure as gold.
Well, they're all you could wish for in beauty.
What I wouldn't give for just one.
One isn't likely to do you much good.
Was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, I'm afraid I have no experience with princes or castles or gowns.
Nonsense, every girl dreams.
I have to go.
Oh,
go,
no.
Come on.
I need your shoe.
I need to get out of here.
Go.
Where is she?
Who? I do not play the fool, woman.
Oh, you mean the beautiful young maiden in the ball gown? She went in that direction. I was trying to hold her
I
here
can
for you.
capture my own damsel, thank you.
Who? That direction, but you'll never reach him.
We would if that monk with a cow had molested us.
Cow?
Please, let me just compare this color to that of your own.
He wants to compare our hair to corn?
I thought you were returning home. I've had no luck.
You've the cow.
Yes, I've only 2 of the 4 items.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find this?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
And I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've 1 entire day left. Surely we can find the slipper before then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing. You're getting us through the woods. At home, I fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you, it's no fun. But there's more to be done, you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there.
We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods.
Who minds what dangers? I know I'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods, just the 2 of us beyond lies, safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us, it takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we had none, we've got 3. We need 1, it takes 2.
Stop her! Stop that hen! Providence, my milky white! And her owners! And my hen.
Look what this hen has laid in my hands.
A golden egg. I've never seen a golden egg.
You see, I promised you more than those 5 gold pieces I gave you.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
Wait!
5 gold pieces. Where are the 5 gold pieces?
An old man.
But you said I could have my cow.
I said that you might, not that you could.
You would take money before a child.
Milky White is dead?
2.
2 midnights gone.
And so the baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You'll have to go back to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here. Tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it? Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit and securing the cow.
Then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it best you go for the cow, as I have met a maiden with a golden slipper these previous eves and feel I might succeed in securing one of her shoes.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply...
Fine!
And so the baker and his wife went their separate ways. Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch had discovered her affections for the prince before he had a chance to spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children should listen. What were you not to do? Children must see and learn. Why could you not obey? Children should listen.
No.
What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince?
No.
Oh, but I am old, I am ugly, I embarrass you.
No.
Yes, you are ashamed of me. You are ashamed. You don't understand.
It was lonely atop that tower.
I was not company enough.
I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world.
I gave you protection and yet you disobeyed me.
But did you think I would stay in that tower forever?
You lied! Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you, but I will show you a world you've never seen!
When is a white cow not a white cow? In need of another cow.
What a beautiful cape!
Stay away from my cape or I'll slice you into 1,000 bits!
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
Oh, my granny made it for me from the wolf that attacked us, and I got to skin the animal myself, and best of all, she gave me this knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen.
I stole it. It came from the kingdom of the giant, up there. And if you think that is something, you should see the golden harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without you even having to touch it.
Of course it does. So, why don't you go up to this kingdom in the sky, bring me down this golden harp and show me?
I could.
No, you cannot.
I could.
No, you could not, Mr. Liar!
I'm not a liar. I'll get the harp. You'll see.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him.
As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who repairs. Knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares. And I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought, what would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't, so then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight and yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball's exciting and oh, once you're there though it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough since you're still standing stuck in this stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue, for example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with the shoe in a stew, in the goo, and you will learn something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace.
just hear me out.
No, we have nothing to discuss. You've attacked me once before, and...
I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here. Here is a magic bean in exchange for it.
Magic bean. Nonsense.
Don't do that.
Look, I've already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another.
I need that shoe to have a child.
That makes no sense.
Does it make sense that you're running from a prince? Here, take my shoes. You'll run faster.
Thanks, I guess.
Who was that, woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing. The slipper we've all for.
Aha! I will give this to the prince who searched the kingdom for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
It's mine.
What was that noise?
Just a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom.
How dare you go off in search without me?
I just thought...
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse, and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch, and there, when the maiden ran down, remained her slipper.
Genius!
I thought so. It did create quite a mess when the other guests left.
And I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give them the slipper and all will come to a happy end.
Who are you, old man?
When first I appear, I seem deleterious.
Shut up!
Do as he says. He's obviously some kind of spirit or something. We already need one.
There's a dead giant in my backyard! I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk calling for his axe. Suddenly when I crashed, the beanstalk fell, but there was no Jack. For all I know, he's been crushed by the ogre.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he's safe. If not, well, then there's not much any of us can do about that now, is there? I must be off. I have to find my bride.
Doesn't anyone care a giant has fallen from the sky?
The giant's dead, is he not?
The third midnight's here. You've all the objects?
Yes.
That cow doesn't look white as milk to me.
Oh, she is. She is.
That cow's been covered with flour.
We had a cow as white as milk. Honest, we did.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live one.
Of course I prefer a live cow, so bring me the dead one and I'll bring her back to life.
You can do that?
Now!
There you are. I've been worried sick.
Mother, look! The most beautiful harp.
You've stolen too much. You could have been killed coming down that plant.
What's going on? My milky white! Now I have two friends, a cow and a harp.
Quiet. Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about a child.
No. You wait 1 moment. We followed your instructions. 1, this cow is as white as milk. Correct.
Yes.
2, that cape was certainly as red as blood.
Yes.
And 3, the slipper.
Yes.
And 4, that hair was definitely as yellow as corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
You what? I touched that hair. Don't you understand? I can't have touched any of the objects.
The corn! The corn!
What?
The silky hair of the corn! Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow!
Have you
Quickly!
no other daughters?
This better work, old man, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Please, not now.
Son?
Yes, meet your father.
Father? Is that you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son, but
It's working.
She's milking!
I don't understand.
into the cup! Not now! Oh! Son! Son!
Father! Father!
All is prepared! Ah!
He's dead!
And so, the mysterious man died, having helped down the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home.
As for the witch, who had been punished with age and ugliness, was returned to her former state of youth and beauty.
And as for Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, she was reunited with the now wealthy Jack.
And the prince. His search for the foot that would fit the slipper revealed his problem with blood, but he finally found Cinderella.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the forest until one day, her prince, wandering blindly through the forest, heard a voice so familiar that he could not help but go towards it.
And as he fell into her arms, 2 of her tears watered his eyes and restored his vision.
I was going to come and fetch you as soon as you had learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember.
Mother?
Yes, this is who I truly am. Come with me, child. We can be as happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. Come with me, please. You are the only family I know. You leave me no choice.
As is often the way in tales like this, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others.
When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Florinda and Lucinda attended, hoping to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood beside the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them and poked out their eyes and punished them with blindness. Ugh.
I see your prince has found you.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you.
I didn't think I could be so happy.
And so it all came to pass. All that was wrong had been set right, the kingdom was filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after.
Ever after, journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after,
Ever after.
all the curses haven't ended, the reverse is wiped away, all is tenderness and laughter, for forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after.
There were dangers,
We were frightened,
And confusion.
but we hid
and the
it.
path would often swerve.
We did not.
There were constant
It's amazing
disillusions.
that we did it.
They never lost their nerve.
Not a lot to reach the right conclusions.
And we got what we deserve.
Not a sigh and not a sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy.
I was vain.
I was haughty.
I was smug.
We were happy. It was fun, but we were blind. And we went into the woods to get our wish, and now we're really
I
blind.
was perfect. I had everything of beauty and power. And I told her like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish, and now I'm ordinary. Lost my power, my flower, and I'm happy now. Unhappiness as well as ever after. Have you used our common sense, been worthy of our discontents? To be happy and forever, you will see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Those fearful, those deep, those dark, and then you lose the path that you make.
Those fearful, those deep, those dark, and then you must not hurt you, make those those deep, those dark, and you must not hurt your wish.
If you want your wish, you can have your wish. You can't just wish till you get your wish. You go into the woods where nothing's clear, where witches, ghosts, and wolves appear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell, in vain perhaps, but who can tell?
Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to lose the longing,
Into the woods to have the child.
to wed the prince,
To get the money.
save the heart.